Hello, this is part 3 of graphing quadratic functions in vertex form. So let's graph this one. It is in vertex form. We got to find the vertex, y-intercept, x-intercept, if possible, axis symmetry, domain, range, and intervals where the graph is increasing and decreasing. So let's find the vertex. The vertex is horizontal shift, comma vertical shift. So our horizontal shift is 3 units to the right, and my vertical shift is 2 units down. Okay. Then I also know that there's a minus here, so that means it's concave down. So that's extremely helpful. What else do we know? It is yeah, and then so we found our vertex. Then we could find our axis symmetry, which is x equals 3, because it's the x value of the vertex, right? Okay, so we found the vertex, axis symmetry, then I think I would find my y-intercept. You simply plug in 0 into the function, right? Zero minus 3 is -3 square minus 2. So that is -3 square is 9, right? -3 square is 9, and then you have a minus 2. That is -11, right? So your y-intercept is 0, -11. And what's my x-intercept? So you simply, let's find the x-intercept. So first we got to use the discriminant rule to figure out if we actually have one. So set y to 0. And then just FOIL this out. So this is going to be x squared minus 2 times AB. So that would be -6x, right? So -3 times x is -3x times it by 2, that's -6x plus b squared, that's 9. And then you have a minus 2 at the end. So that is x squared minus 6x, and then 9 minus 2 is 7, +7, right? 9 minus 2 is +7. And then you distribute this minus, so this is going to be -x squared plus 6x minus 7, right? Equals 0. I guess we could figure out from that. Let's figure out our a. If you want, couldn't we just divide everything by -1, including the 0? So that would be 0 equals to x squared minus 6x plus 7. So it looks like it factors nicely. So should I use the discriminant rule if it factors? Yeah, let's just do it anyway. So it's b squared minus 4ac. So my a is 1, my b is -6, and my c is 7. So b squared is 36 minus 4 times a is 1 and c is 7. So that is 8, which is greater than 0. So that means we have 2 x-intercepts. So we do have x-intercepts. Now let's find it. So it looks like we just can do simple factoring. Nothing, we don't have to use a quadratic. It factors out really nicely. So what two numbers multiply 7, and when added gives you -6, that's negative. Oh, yeah, it doesn't work out. It doesn't factor out nicely. I wanted to say 7 and 1, negative 7 and negative 1, but that'll give you negative 8. So darn. So if it doesn't factor out nicely, what you could do is you can either complete the square or do quadratic formula. So that's what I'm going to do. So x is opposite of b. So if our b is negative 6 is opposite of that would be 6 plus or minus root b squared, which is 36, minus 4 times a, which is 1, and c is 7, all over 2 times 1. So that is 6 plus or minus, let's see, negative 28. So 36 minus 28 all over 2. That's 8. And then all over 2. So I actually need a number. So one of my x-intercepts is 6 plus radical 8 all over 2, which is 4.4. And then my other one is 6 minus radical 8 all over 2. That is 1.6. Okay. So those are my two x-intercepts. We can start graphing. So hold on. It says if when I put it on Desmo, it says we don't have any x-intercepts. So let me double check my work. Our vertex is 3 comma negative 2. My y-intercept is 0 comma negative 11. And it says we don't have any x-intercept. Maybe I shouldn't have divided everything by negative 1. So yeah, let me redo this part. So if I fill out this minus, this would be negative x squared plus 6x minus 7. And then our a is negative 1, b is 6, and c is negative 7, right? So b squared minus 4ac, so b squared is 36, minus 4 times a, which is negative 1, and c is negative 7. Negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4. Times it by negative 7, that's negative 28. It's still great. I think, wait a minute. So I think what I should have done is got rid of this minus right here in the beginning. So if I got rid of this negative 1, that gives us x squared minus 6x plus 7, right? Okay, so my a value is 1, b is negative 6, and c is 7. So b squared is 36 minus 4 times a, and c is, oh, you know why? What's b squared? Negative 36. minus 4 times AC. So that's negative 36 minus 28. That is negative. It's a negative number. So yeah, that's why we should not have no x-intercepts. And I did check it. I did put it on Desmo, so we don't have any. So if you graph it, let's plot our vertical asymptote. 3 comma negative 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This is 3 comma negative 2. My y-intercept is 0 comma negative 11. Let's just pretend this is negative 11 right here because it's not in scale. And 2 points is really not good enough. We need an extra point. So maybe we could use the x value 5 because I need an extra point. So you can, yeah. There's this. So let's plug in 5. That's negative, and then this is 5 minus 3 square minus 2. That's minus 5 minus 3 is 2, right? 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 squared is 4 minus 2, so that would be negative 6. So you have a point at 5 comma negative 6. So yeah, that's another way of finding the extra points. Just make a table or plug in random points. So 5 comma negative 6 is 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Connect the dots. Okay, this is your graph. There is no x-intercept C. It doesn't cross the x-axis at all. Okay, and then let's find, if you want to draw the axis symmetry, it's x equals 3, so it would be right here. And then let's find what else? We need to find the domain and range and where it's increasing and decreasing. So the domain is easy. It's always going to be all real numbers. The range, you have to look at the graph a bit. So the range is all the y values. So our smallest y value just shoots down to negative infinity. And then it stops at the y value negative 2, right? Our highest y value is right here, negative 2. And because they do include it, you do have to include a bracket. Okay, so that's your range. Now let's figure out where it's increasing and decreasing. So increasing is all the x values. So over here, it's increasing because it's going uphill. And then down here, it's decreasing. So it's increasing from negative infinity to the x value 3. And then it's decreasing from 3 to positive infinity, right? So the x value from here is from 3 to positive infinity. And that's it. Okay, go ahead and pause if you need to write down work. Great, and then the next video will be a quiz.